My mom's convinced the court will give her my house. She has no idea what's coming. I bought my house 3 years ago when I was 26. Saved up for 6 years working double shifts as a nurse, lived with roommates in a tiny apartment, ate ramen more nights than I care to admit. When I finally closed on this little 2-bedroom place, I cried in the driveway. It was mine. All mine. My mom, Linda, didn't come to the closing. She said she was busy, but I knew the real reason. She was mad I didn't ask her to co-sign or help with the down payment. The thing is, I specifically didn't want her involved because my mom has this habit of holding things over your head forever. If she gives you $5, she'll bring it up for the next 10 years. So I did everything myself. Got pre-approved, found a realtor, negotiated the price, signed all the papers. My name only on the deed. About 6 months after I moved in, my mom started having financial problems. Lost her job, couldn't pay rent, the usual chaos that seems to follow her everywhere. She called me crying, begging to stay with me for a few weeks until she got back on her feet. Against my better judgment, I said yes. Those few weeks turned into 6 months. She took over my guest room, left her stuff everywhere, ate my food, and never offered a single dollar for utilities. When I finally asked her to start contributing or find her own place, she looked at me like I'd slapped her. After everything I've done for you, this is how you treat your mother? I held firm. Told her she had 30 days to figure something out. That's when things got really weird. She started taking photos of everything in my house, the kitchen, the bedrooms, even my mail sitting on the counter. I caught her measuring rooms with a tape measure one afternoon. When I asked what she was doing, she just smiled and said she was redecorating in her mind. 2 weeks later, I got served with court papers. My own mother was suing me, claiming I had promised her the house in exchange for raising me, that she had an oral agreement that I would deed her the property. I almost laughed when I read it. An oral agreement? For a house I bought entirely on my own before she ever stepped foot in it? Her lawsuit claimed she'd contributed to the down payment, helped with mortgage payments, and that I'd verbally promised her ownership. All complete lies. My mom had never given me a single cent toward this house. She showed up to every family gathering bragging about how she was taking me to court, telling my aunts and cousins that I'd stolen her investment, that the judge would see right through my lies and give her what she deserved. She even posted on Facebook about ungrateful children who cheat their parents. The hearing was set for November. My mom hired some cheap lawyer who probably told her exactly what she wanted to hear. Meanwhile, I hired a real estate attorney who actually knew what she was doing. My lawyer told me to gather every single piece of documentation I had, so I did. Bank statements showing every mortgage payment coming from my account alone, the closing documents with only my name and signature, pay stubs proving I'd saved the down payment myself, text messages from before I bought the house where my mom specifically said she wouldn't help me financially, even a recording from my closing day where the title company confirmed I was the sole owner. My lawyer organized everything into a thick binder with tabs and highlights. We had a paper trail for everything. The day of the hearing finally came. My mom showed up in a dress suit looking way too confident. She kept whispering to her lawyer and glaring at me like I was the villain in her story. The judge asked my mom's lawyer to present their evidence of this oral agreement. He stammered through some explanation about how verbal contracts are valid in our state. The judge asked for proof of my mom's financial contributions. Her lawyer pulled out the photos she'd taken of my house, like that proved anything. He also had some handwritten notes my mom had made claiming she'd given me money, but no bank records, no receipts, nothing concrete. Then it was our turn. My lawyer stood up and handed the judge our binder. She walked through every single document, every bank statement, every text message, showed the timeline of me saving money for 6 years before the purchase, showed my mom's own text messages saying she wouldn't help financially, played the recording from my closing. I watched my mom's face go from confident to confused to absolutely pale. Her lawyer kept trying to interrupt, but the judge held up her hand. After reviewing everything, the judge looked directly at my mom and said this was one of the most frivolous lawsuits she'd seen in years. There was zero evidence of any agreement, oral or otherwise, zero proof of financial contribution. The house was purchased solely in my name with my money and my credit. Case dismissed. Then the judge did something I wasn't expecting. She ordered my mom to pay my legal fees for wasting the court's time with a baseless claim, almost $4,000. My mom stood up and started yelling that the system was rigged, that I'd somehow tricked the judge. Security had to escort her out of the courtroom. I haven't spoken to her since. She sent me one text after the hearing saying I'd regret this and that karma would catch up to me. I blocked her number. My aunts keep trying to get me to reconcile, saying she's still my mother. But the way I see it, a real mother wouldn't try to steal her daughter's house with made-up lies.